Welcome back. I am Sharnael Wolverton with Swiftfire Ministries International. Thank you for coming and meeting us again with Swiftfire. We're here with Doug Addison in Light Connection, and we are talking about destiny. We're talking about prophetic evangelism, and we're talking about this new book. You want to share a little bit about your book?
Well, it's not exactly new, but it might be new to a lot of people. It's called Prophecy, Dreams, and Evangelism, Revealing God's Love Through Divine Encounters. And it's a real exciting, of course I wrote it, but it's a real exciting look into basically how Jesus did evangelism. Because I looked up all the encounters where Jesus or one of his disciples encountered unbelievers. And what works today, why things are the way they are today for evangelism. And what I determined, though, I did determine something. I'd like to give you the book.
Oh, thank you.
But I did determine something. Is that, I meet about 10,000 people a year. We've been training people now, and we've been doing outreaches almost every weekend. Our teams are all over the earth right now. We're going everywhere. And what I found out is we're going out, and we're as Christians, using this as a means of evangelism, we're giving people words of destiny. Well, we're telling them how God sees them. Mm-hmm. And I realize that a lot of the Christians I meet don't really know their own destiny.
That's true. You're right.
And you can't give away what you don't have.
That's right. That's right.
And so that really spurred me on to develop a new program that I've just released called Accelerating into Your Life's Purpose.
All right. All right. Cool.
And you know about it.
I do know about that. Can I just tell you a little bit? Do you care if I talk about it?
No, absolutely.
I want to give you a good picture of it right here. He sent this to me, and he sent it to a few people just to kind of test it out before he, put it out on the market. And I had 3 or 4 books on a computer that I have just been waiting, I don't know what for. And I listened, I think there's 12 CDs?
10 CDs.
10 CDs. And I got to the first CD, and it talks about how do you get into your destiny. I listened to about half of the first CD, and I was so transformed, I guess you could say, or just inspired to actually put legs to everything that I've been kind of being slacking off about. And I couldn't even finish the rest of the CD. I went immediately to my computer, and I finished one of my books and had it published. And as soon as I finished the first book, the day that I finished it, sent it off to the printer, I actually wrote the whole second book in one day. And I mean, seriously, and I had 2 books come out within a week or 2 of just sitting down and doing this. I mean, but I've heard too people, I have a couple of friends who lost weight. I can honestly tell you, I cleaned house big time. It makes you want to do a lot of different things that you kind of don't make time for. We ended up getting rid of 18 bags of garbage off to Goodwill. I mean, I say garbage, but I just cleaned my house.
Right.
I went through and got rid of everything that didn't need to be around. And I mean, you want to tap into something different and really get off of your behind. Can I say that? This is something I would totally recommend, and I'm not just saying that because I'm your friend. I never even got to the other 10 or other 9.
Check out the next 9.
I need to listen to the rest of them, but you guys need to listen to them too, and you can get this information on the website. But tell me, how did this come to be?
Well, you know what? That's the funny thing is people say, okay, this is accelerating into your life's purpose. Awakening passion in your life and going for your destiny. What does cleaning your house and writing books and losing weight, and people are getting out of debt, marriages are being restored, businesses started, ministries launched, stuff is happening. What's that have to do, like losing weight and all that, what's that have to do with your destiny? It's because we found out something is that if you can do the small things, if you can do things on a regular basis, begin to do things through the power of God, of course, and through His love. If you begin to do those on a small level, your destiny takes care of itself, because that's what really happens. What you do on a daily basis is what really builds into your future and your destiny. I determined something is that destiny and purpose is like a connect the dots drawing. And so you've got to get to the next dot. A lot of times we'll get stuck on a dot waiting for the big picture, and really the next thing is just the next dot. It's a simple step. So here's what happened is I started studying biblical principles of change. And I started noticing something because I'm a missionary to the New Age, and I'm around people in the human potential movement and the personal development movement, and I'm around these people, and they're bringing radical change into their lives. without the Spirit of God. And so I went to a few of their seminars as part of my outreach, and I noticed that they're using these principles. They sound like Christians because they're biblical principles,
Right.
but they don't have the Spirit.
Right.
And I thought, oh my gosh, what would happen if we used the biblical principles of change that they're using, which really belong to us, but got to get the church doesn't recognize them. But what if we would use them and apply them in the context of a relationship with God, with the love of God and the power of the Holy Spirit? I heard God speak to me. He said, we would then see David's mighty men again. We would then see the dread champions of the faith. I don't know if you know, I mean, we would then see Christians rising up everywhere and people coming back to the church to get advice, to get their lives together. Or we would no longer be the laughing stock. Here's what happened to me. I applied the principles, because I've been living these over 20 years now, these principles of change. I applied them to my life. Same thing with my book, Prophecy, Dreams, and Evangelism. I had it on my computer. I've been putting it off for 3 years. You know, I had the experience of, you know, on the outreach experience, I had all the notes and everything.
Right.
I wrote it in 3 weeks.
Doug Addison's Accelerating into Your Life's Purpose is a unique, exciting 10-CD series, including an interactive journal, which is an accelerated learning program designed to lead you into your own life-changing experience. If you want to discover your unique fit in God's destiny, then this program has the tools to help get you started. Go to swiftfire.org for order and information.
Trust in you.
Wisdom, power,
Revelation.
revolution, revolution, revolution.
We trust you.